Okay, so number 13 is talking about probability again. Let's go to the question. What is the probability that one of the students on the trip is a soccer player or is left-handed? Remember, when you have an or situation, it means you add the two probabilities together, okay? So that feels pretty straightforward. Probability of soccer player plus the probability of the left-handed ones. The problem with this one is that there are a few soccer players who are also left-handed. So what ends up happening, and a Venn diagram is probably the easiest way to show you what's going on here, but here we could call this the soccer players, okay? And then we can call this the left-handed players. And the fact is there's there's some overlap here, okay? So the formula for that when there's overlap is that it looks like this. We take the probability of the soccer players plus the probability of the left-handed players, and then we have to subtract out wherever the overlap has occurred, okay? And the overlap is an and situation, okay? So that means we have the probability of finding a soccer player and a left-handed player, all right? So if you have the Venn diagram and you can kind of picture the Venn diagram, I think that this equation, and this formula, is fairly intuitive. Okay, so let's find the probability of getting a soccer player on the trip. Looks like we've got 65 students going on the trip, so that is our denominator, 65. How many soccer players do we have? We have 43. And then the left-handed players, looks like we have 12 of those. So we have 12 over 65. Now we need to subtract out the probability of those that are both soccer players and left-handed, which looks like we have 5 out of 65. Okay, so the rest of this is just math. I'll let you figure that out on your own. The critical part is that you recognize where the formula comes from and how that formula works, okay?